These are two identical Bavaria C45s in the charter fleet for Group Island Spirit. They are also some of the boats we'll be using in the Sailing Doodles flotilla March 10th through the 17th in Thailand. You can charter a cabin for only $2,000. There's a link in the show notes for more information, or visit groupislandspirit.com. Welcome to another Boat Tour Tuesday. It's really special today. Behind me, I have two brand new 2018 45-foot Bavaria. They just got shipped here from the factory to Island Spirit. They're going to put them in their charter fleet, so I'm going to kind of show you the brand new boats here and what they do with them. It really is amazing just how much, I mean, it's a 45-foot boat, but it has so much space inside. Just the modern boats, they've just such a better use of space. They've just really figured these things out. So I'm going to kind of show you the boats here, and then we're going to talk to Phil, who is one of the owners, and he's going to tell you about how the process, how it was shipped, and then how the boat arrived to them, and then what they had to do and how long it's taken them to get them right now. They're still not finished. They still have to put up all the sails. They're still running lines and everything. So, and they've got a charter this weekend, so they're staying busy doing it. So thank you guys for watching. Let's take a look at these Bavaria. The crew were hard at work putting the final touches on the assembly of the Bavaria. It had a charter the coming weekend. So let's get on this Bavaria. It's got a little garage door that hangs out. Under here, it's designed where you can put a dinghy in there. It's a bit small, it's mostly for storage. Most people, and they're gonna put davits on this boat, or they haven't built them yet, but for now they're just gonna tow the dinghy behind it, but they will put davits on here. It's got this little door here. That doesn't actually go down the waterline, it's got a little ladder that you put in there, but it's still kind of nice place to hang out. It makes it real easy getting in and out of the boat, especially in a marina or from the dinghy. You just step right on up. And it does have dual helms. This helm, the wheel here has been removed just for ease of access because they're working on it. They got people coming in and out all day. Dual helms with the center walk-through is pretty nice, with a nice chart plotter in the middle, which is always nice. Easy to get to, you see from both sides. Single engine. All your winches and your lines run aft, which is really cool. How they've done this on this boat is the lines are kind of all hidden under here, so you're not getting to get tangled up or stepping on them and stuff like that. All the lines go underneath here and then go forward. It's pretty cool. And you got to think about the fact that, you know, all these lines don't come put in, so they have to install all these lines and do all that. It's quite a labor-intensive thing to take delivery of one of these and put it together yourself. So in the cockpit here, I memean, this is a 45-foot boat, but this has more, you know, cockpit space than the 50-footer that I sailed for a year. I mean, it's just the use of space they have these days is really nice, and it has this beautiful flat deck with no lines exposed, you know, to walk over and stuff like that. It's just really pretty, you know, it's just the modern design on these boats is really, truly amazing. It really is. And again, with the flat deck and everything, it's so much more usable space up here. You know, I can imagine totally just putting down some bean bags, and it's just a nice place to hang out and all that, whereas the rounded boats, it's kind of hard to do. But it's just a really nice design. I think they can build these things pretty quick. Some people say it's a good thing, some say it's a bad thing, but they're kind of a modular design inside. So, you know, everything's CNC cut to spec, so they just put they build the hull and then they just snap everything in place and kind of do little joints and all that on the inside. Makes it really easy to put together. One thing I really did like was the flat deck and the hidden lines. All right, now we're on the sister ship to the one I showed you, the outside. This one, the inside's a little bit more complete. They're still putting everything together and doing that, but I'm gonna take you downstairs and let's see below. So this boat has 4 cabins, 2 large rear cabins, and then 2 slightly smaller forward cabins, and it's 3 heads. Each of the forward cabins has their own head, and then the aft cabins have to share a head back here. But, you know, the modern boats are so much beamier, so much wider than the older boats. I mean, this is a 45-foot boat, but it's easily 15 feet wide. I mean, it gives you a lot more space in here, and it's just really comfortable. You have another settee over there, you have another settee with tables and everything right here. Lots of good natural lighting throughout, just a really good, and because it has that flat, taller roof. You know, modern boats have a little bit higher freeboard. Some say that's a good thing, some say it's bad. You know, you get a little more windage and all that, but for the comfort, it's worth it in my opinion. There are 2 slide-out refrigerator doors, a gimbaled stove, and of course your double sink. So this would be a really comfortable boat. I mean, obviously it's a little bit cluttered and all the cushions are still being put in and all that, but it really is a comfortable boat. You have a nice settee over here. That's and then the table and everything. It'd be really comfortable to sit here and have dinner and all that. It is kind of cool. So you have the chart plotter outside, and you have a repeater in here with the radio and all that, so that, you know, if you're in inclement weather or something like that, you can still keep an eye on what's going on. But now let's go to the forward cabins and show you the cabins and the bathrooms there. The charter version has 2 smaller cabins forward, whereas the owner version would have 1 large suite. One thing they finally got right on a boat is a mirror that's actually eye level. Every other boat I've been into, you have to duck down, they do this. Finally, a mirror that is nice. It's you know, not the biggest head, but you know, you can sit here and turn around, take a shower and all that stuff. Not too bad. And it looks like the drain is actually in the center of the floor. That's been my pet peeve on so many boats, is the drain for the shower is not in the center of the floor. Put it in the center of the floor and let it drain. So those are the 2 forward cabins. The other head is over here. It's just exactly the same as the one over here. So now let's go to the aft cabins and take a look at those. They're much bigger, but they have to share a bathroom. So there you are. All right, so the aft cabins do have to share a head, but it is a much bigger head than the other one. Much bigger head here, and it's got its own separate shower, which is really nice. Being able to get in here, have a separate shower, so somebody can take a shower while the other person is getting ready. Well, mirror is a little lower, but I guess you can't help some things. This has always been my pet peeve. You want to look in the mirror, do that. But nice big head. But you do have to share it with the second cabin. But hey, so much bigger. And under the steps here is the motor. It's a Yanmar 57. So somewhere around 57 horsepower. That'd be plenty for a boat this size. Generally, from what everything I've always heard, is you need at least 1 horsepower per foot, right? So if you're in a 50-foot boat, you need 50 horsepower. In my opinion, that's slightly on the low end. You know, so a 57 horsepower in a 45-foot boat, perfect. That'd be fine. This is the interior when it's fully set up and cleaned up. All right, we're here with Phil Harper. He's one of the owners of Group Island Spirit. So thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
He's been really helpful. He's helped me get boats to sail and all that. So thank you so much for letting me do all that.
That's all good.
Yeah. So basically, this has been your project here, is putting all these boats together and everything. So yes. How were they shipped here, and how long did that take?
Well, they shipped from Germany. I'm not exactly sure what the route was, but they're on a container, not a container ship, a bits and pieces ship, if you like. So they ship deck cargo.
Okay.
They come all packaged up. They're shrink wrapped in plastic.
The whole thing's shrink wrapped.
The whole thing's shrink wrapped all over. Unfortunately, one of ours got a bit of a break in it, so it filled up with water. But that's the way.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And they pull into Lamsbang Port, which is just up the way here.
Okay.
We drop them off with a crane, actually the ship's crane.
Mm-hmm.
And that's interesting. You got some choices to make there. The ship will actually just drop you straight into the water if you want. So long as they'll give you like a half a day to prepare the boat, and you can sort of lay the mast on the boat and jump straight in the water and hope the engine turns over.
All right. So they are. I mean, they are watertight and all that. I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you need to do your regular boat checks,
right, right.
Engine checks, through hull checks, all that kind of stuff.
So how did you have them dropped off into the water or what?
No, we didn't. We went the other way. It's a bit of a toss-up as to where you put on the mast. That's the big thing. Mm-hmm. And once you get here in the marina, it's not particularly easy to do that.
Because you got to have a crane?
These are big masts, right?
Right.
Double spreader masts.
So you put them on land.
What we did, it gets pretty complicated. You drop them off onto a truck, off the ship, onto a little truck. Then we drove about 200 meters away and got cranes to put them on the ground. We then worked on them, prepped the mast, and that's quite a lot of work to do that. You got to run all the lines, all that kind of stuff. Then we got a crane to put the mast on, did a bit more work. Another crane, we needed 2 cranes to lift them up. Put them onto another truck.
You need 2 cranes per mast?
Yeah, per boat.
Oh, per boat.
Yeah, so okay, 1 crane to lift the mast. But then what we need to do then is to lift the boats, once the mast's up, back onto a truck.
All right.
Drive them over to the wharf, and then 2 cranes to drop them down into the water. So yeah, there's a lot of going on.
Yeah.
A lot going on there.
So how long have you had the boats here and been working on them?
I think this is our 10th day.
10th day.
Yeah.
And you're expecting to be finished basically
today.
Today.
Definitely going to be today.
So what all had to be done? Okay, so the mast, and then you got to run all the lines. I mean, I guess it's everything, right? What do you have to do?
Look, it's all pretty well packaged up, but the way new boats come, for instance, the mast will come from Selden. This is a Selden rig, and they package it. So nobody's really put this mast on this boat before, right? So they've got instructions as to how to package it for this particular boat. Same as the bimini, it comes, you've got to drill all the holes, so you're basically fitting it. But I understand this is not what a regular owner would have to do.
Right.
This is because we're agents.
Right.
And so we're fitting the boat out.
If you were so you guys sell Bavaria yachts.
Yes.
So like if you buy one through you guys and it's delivered to Thailand, you basically do this.
We still do all of
Okay.
this. Yeah.
But so the delivery people, whoever you buy the boat from would do the same thing.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So
generally there would be a master distributor in a country, and I'm not sure how that works in the States, but they probably have state distributors.
Yeah.
And it's their job to grab the boat, commission it, and deal with problems. There's always problems. Little things missing and blah, 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 all sorts of little things, little upgrades from the factory, updating all the software in the GPS, lots of little things to do. And that's the agent's job. So they do actually do something for their money.
Right.
Yeah?
They do put it together. So what? Okay, so now what? You did the masts, and I guess you have to put up all the lifelines and everything.
Yeah, commission the engine. We need to get Yanmar down and get them to commission the engine. We did a bit of anti-fouling as well, although it comes pre-anti-fouled. The engine, the stern drive and the prop and all that wasn't done. All the wiring in the mast, of course, you've got to connect that up. We had our staff come and commission the B&G gear, update all that. That's about it, really.
Well, you said it didn't have fans in it, right? And you said you have to take down basically the interior and put the fans in.
Yeah. So for anybody out there buying a boat, I would say check your specification and get all the things you want.
Yeah, get it done. Don't say, "Oh, I'll add that later," because it's so much easier to do when you're having to deliver.
It is. That is true.
And so, like the stereo and all that, you guys had to put all that in.
No, the stereo was in.
Okay.
That's all in. So the only thing, and we thought we had ordered fans. It just got lost.
So what was the most difficult or time-consuming thing to do?
Probably the mast. I mean, it's always a stressful thing, lifting the mast up.
It's a lot of moving parts.
These are big ones, right?
Yeah.
So we actually have to have 2 hooks. So you pick it up from the top. Oh, it's laying down like this. You've got 1 hook here, 1 hook here. You pick this bit up and that bit up, and you basically twist it around. And there's, it's always a windy day, right?
Yeah, right. Of course, it can't be. It's, when you want wind, you don't, you don't get it. No, it's just the sailing.
And the other funny thing on a boat, when you're up on the hard stand, right, they're quite high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're up actually quite a long way.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I mean, because you got to. So it's how deep's the draft on this?
Yeah, it's probably
2 meters.
2 meters, 2.2. But then you got the hull, right? So
right,
2.5 meters, and we don't have any safety lines.
Yeah, so you mean the deck's 15 feet off the ground. There's 5 meters or something like that.
Yeah, so that's always funny. And us sea level guys, it's not very comfortable.
Right. Yeah, cool. All right. So I guess now these are ready to go in your. Well, they will be this afternoon, ready to go in your charter fleet.
I guess we've got to deliver them down to Gochang, and so that's 120 miles. So that'll be the.
Are you going to do any deliveries on it?
I am not. Unfortunately,
okay.
I have another boat I've got to fix before these ones get there.
You don't get to enjoy it, It's a nice little cruise.
I did motor one down from the port.
There you go.
Yeah, quite a that was.
No rest for the weary or wicked, right? Okay. Well, guys, so yeah, you can. It's a Group Island Spirit. There's a link there to their charter site, which is also Yacht. What is that? Yacht Charter Thailand.
Yeah, that's our new charter site. Yeah.
Okay. And well, hey guys, if you want to sail one of these, come on down. It's a great boat. I'm looking forward to. I think maybe in the next month or two, I'm going to be getting to sail one of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're beautiful boats. I can't wait to get out and sail.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right.
Yeah.
These boats are ready now for charter, or you can take one for the Sailing Doodles Regatta, March 10th through the 17th. You can either go to groupislandspirit.com or there's a link in the show notes for more information. We'd love to see you there.